Hey there, welcome back. You ever get that feeling, that something bigger's going on even when things seem quiet?
Like some unseen force kind of nudging you along.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we're diving into today, those subtle, maybe even silent signs of divine action.
This is pretty fascinating, right? All those whispers of guidance, if we just knew how to hear them.
We've got this insightful source, lays out 10 signs to watch for, and some of them, let me tell you, kind of surprising.
Like what?
Well, think missed buses turning into blessings,
Okay, I can see that.
or those doors slamming shut. But then,
Rounding to something even better.
right.
Yeah.
All right, so sign number one, the door that didn't open. We'll all know how frustrating that is.
Oh, absolutely. That job you wanted, the relationship that didn't work out, been there.
Our source, though, suggests something kind of cool. What if it's protection?
Like a cosmic safety net.
I love that. Reminds me of that saying, when one door closes, another one opens. But sometimes.
It's hard to see that new door right away.
Seriously, you're so focused on the one that slammed in your face.
But think back, has there ever been a closed door that, looking back, turned out to be a good thing?
Ooh, yeah. I was devastated when I didn't get into my dream college, but
What happened?
if I had, I wouldn't have met my best friend at the college I did go to.
It's funny how those twists and turns.
Workout.
Exactly. Lead you right where you're supposed to be. Okay, ready for sign number 2?
Hit me.
The delay that saved your life. Those little annoyances.
Oh, tell me about it. Missed the bus, traffic jams.
Forgetting something important. But what if? And this is a big what if.
Fun listening.
What if it's higher power stuff protecting us?
My morning commute is divine intervention. I mean, I've definitely felt tested on the freeway.
Maybe not a battlefield, but divine timing. Think about it. Ever missed a flight? And it turns out.
The flight had problems. Oh my gosh, yes. Years ago. Delayed for hours. I was so mad.
Yeah.
The plane had an emergency landing. Mechanical problems.
See, inconvenient at the time, but could be life-saving. Makes you think, right? How many times have we been protected, didn't even know it?
Mind blown. I'm looking at rush hour totally different now.
That's it. Delays. Not setbacks, but redirection. Maybe even something better. Okay, number 3. You ready?
Lay it on me.
That intuition. That changed everything. That gut feeling.
Like a sixth sense. We've all felt that, right?
But some folks say it's more than just a hunch. It's the Holy Spirit guiding us.
That's deep. But how do you know it's not just, your own fears talking?
Good question. Think about it. Ever made a decision based on gut feeling, even when it didn't make sense logically?
And it worked out.
Exactly. Or the opposite, ignored that voice and regretted it.
Totally. I walked away from a business deal once, felt off. Everything looked good on paper, though.
What happened?
Total scam. I would have been in deep trouble if I hadn't trusted my gut.
There you go. Intuition can be a powerful protector, like an inner compass,
But how do you cultivate that? Meditate on a mountaintop.
No. Start the day asking for guidance. Prayer, meditation, setting an intention. Just be open to it.
So it's more about making space to hear it rather than forcing it.
Yes. The more you listen and trust, the stronger it gets. Like building a muscle. All right, next one.
Hit me.
The simple chance that changed your journey. Those random meetings that change everything.
Wow, yeah. It's amazing how that happens, right?
But what if they weren't random? What if they were meant to be?
Like a cosmic matchmaker leading us to our destiny.
Think about it. Ever meet someone randomly at a coffee shop, whatever, and that conversation just shifted things for you?
Years ago, feeling lost career-wise, met someone at a networking event randomly,
Yes.
became my mentor, changed my whole path. Looking back, it feels like it was meant to be.
That's it. Pieces falling into place, a purpose you didn't even know you were looking for.
Okay, this is blowing my mind, but how do you be more open to that? Talk to everyone you meet.
No, not that. But cultivate openness, awareness. What if that person you just walked by was placed in your past for a reason?
Now I want to go chat up strangers. But seriously, it's a good reminder to be more present, open to the unexpected.
You never know who you'll meet, what might come from a simple conversation.
Right. It's like embracing the mystery. Okay, that's the next sign. This one sounds kind of counterintuitive.
The discomfort that led you to the right place. No one likes discomfort, but what if it's a good thing?
It's like growth happens outside your comfort zone, but it's so hard when you're going through it.
Our source uses the example of losing a job. Painful, right?
Yeah.
But it can push you to start a business, go back to school, even chase an old passion.
I've seen that happen, for sure. Big shakeup gets you moving.
What about you? Ever faced discomfort that, looking back, pushed you forward?
Tough breakup a few years ago, awful at the time, but made me reevaluate things, led to a much healthier relationship later on.
It's amazing how even tough times can transform us if we let them.
So next time I'm feeling uncomfortable, I'm going to ask myself, what's this trying to teach me? Where is it leading?
That's the spirit. Discomfort, not a punishment, but maybe, just maybe, a signpost.
Yeah.
Leading to a better path.
We've covered a lot. It's kind of mind-blowing, right? How these everyday things can mean so much more.
Shifting our perception, seeing those little hints, those whispers. It's like tuning into a different frequency.
All right, back to the list. Number 6, inexplicable peace in the midst of the storm. This one hits home for me. Ever feel that? Chaos everywhere, but you're calm.
That tranquility, even with turmoil all around. Our source says it's not just coping, it's a higher power sustaining you.
Giving you strength. When I was going through a tough time, lost my job, relationship ended, felt so lost. But there was this voice, quiet, saying, it's going to be okay.
It's like that image, Jesus asleep in the boat during the storm. The disciples are freaking out, but he's peaceful.
We can find that peace too, that trust, no matter what's happening.
Next time you're stressed, overwhelmed,
Yeah.
take a breath, find that inner peace. It might just be the divine saying, you're not alone, it'll work out.
I like that. Okay, number 7. This is interesting. Small deliverances that go unnoticed. The little miracles.
We take them for granted, right? Near misses, lucky breaks, just coincidence.
Yeah.
Our source says no. It's constant divine protection, even the smallest things.
The other day, driving, almost rear-ended someone, slammed on the brakes just in time, shaken up, but so grateful.
A small deliverance. Could have been bad, but it wasn't. What if it was more than luck?
It makes you appreciate all those little moments, like thank you for looking out for me.
Acknowledging them, it opens us up to the possibility that there's something bigger at work.
Yeah.
Keeping us safe, guiding us.
Okay, this next one is intriguing. The desires that changed without you realizing. Things that used to matter so much.
And now not so much. It's part of growing, right? Changing. Our source says maybe a higher power is guiding those shifts.
Leading us where we're supposed to go. When I was younger, success was all about, the house, the car, the status.
But things change. What matters to you now?
Connection, being creative, making a difference, the material stuff. Not so much anymore.
Maybe those desires changed to reflect what truly matters to you, your purpose.
Feels like I'm on the right track, even when things are uncertain. Okay, what's next? Number 9.
When everything is silent, but your heart speaks, those times when it feels like nothing's happening, prayers aren't
This
answered.
is like being stuck. But our source reminds us silence isn't the absence of God. It's a different way of communicating.
It's in those quiet moments that we can hear our hearts. Think of a seed underground. Seems like nothing's going on, but below the surface.
Transformation, it's happening even if we don't see it.
So next time you're lost, confused, embrace the silence. Listen to your heart. Even without outward signs, something deeper might be guiding you.
Wow, this deep dive, so insightful. It's like we got the secret decoder ring for life,
Seeing those hidden messages, the signs, it's like there's more to life than we realize.
Okay, so 10 signs of silent divine action. Mind blown. But now what? What do we do with all this?
That's where the real journey starts, right? It's not just about knowing the signs.
It's got to be more than that.
We need to connect deeper with that higher power. Be more open to those whispers, those nudges.
Okay, but where do we even begin? Got to become a monk, meditate in a cave.
Nope. Remember all those things we talk about. Presence, being open, trust, gratitude.
Yeah.
That's the key to unlocking that connection.
Okay, I get that. But how do you actually do that with life being so crazy busy?
Start by being present.
Yeah.
Just that. Slow down. Breathe. Notice the world around you. Sights, sounds, the people you meet.
To be more mindful, not on autopilot all the time.
Exactly. And when you're present, you start to notice those little nudges, the synchronicities, the intuition.
Like clearing out all the mental junk, tuning in.
And prayer. Not the formal kind, but just talking. That higher power, however you see it.
It's like just talking, like a conversation.
Express gratitude. Ask for help. Acknowledge that something bigger is out there. Nurture that connection.
I like that. Much less intimidating. But what about when you're lost? Not sure what to do? How do you get guidance then?
Our source says ask for it. Pray for clarity, for direction, for courage to make tough choices.
Ask and you shall receive, right?
Yeah.
But it's hard to trust that the answers will come or that I'll even recognize them.
That's where faith comes in. Trusting that something bigger than you wants to help, guide you, even when you don't see the whole plan.
Surrender to something bigger. It's kind of scary, but also exciting. But what if you feel disconnected? Like those prayers aren't going anywhere.
Remember, you're never really alone. There's a source of love, strength, always there. Even when you don't feel it, it's a lifeline.
So even when it feels like you're drowning, there's that lifeline you can grab onto.
Sometimes the best thing is to surrender. Let go of control. Release the fear, the doubt. Trust that you're being held, guided.
Even in the storm.
As we cultivate these things, presence, prayer, faith, surrender, we start to see those signs, the synchronicities. It's like learning a new language,
Intuition, guidance, divine action.
And the more you practice, the easier it gets. Life's twists and turns become less scary.
This deep dive has been amazing. It really opens your eyes to what's possible.
Remember, the world's full of mystery. The biggest truths, they often come in whispers. So stay open, be curious, keep your spirits soaring.
Thanks for joining us. Until next time, keep exploring, keep listening, and remember, you're right where you're supposed to be.